Okay, first step in organic growth is actually telling Facebook what you do. But you can't exactly do that from your page. You have to go out into other pages and start following people. So cool thing is we can actually go to Facebook and interact as our page and as our profile. And if both are interacting with the same types of things, it maximizes your growth. So from your page, simply click the icon up here and you'll come to your home page. Go away. And we can see here, Facebook's kind of picking up on some of the stuff that we do because we've said we're education, we said we're a tutor, we've got like keywords that Facebook looks for. So it's going to pick up on that. But if we start scrolling, musicians, it's not what we're doing. Kitchen, not what we're doing. Photography, also not what we're doing. So it's kind of picked up on what we're doing, but it hasn't quite figured it out. So what Facebook starts to do is show you some stuff and hopes you start interacting with things. And the more you interact with things, the more it figures out what you actually do and what you want to show. It also means when you start posting, it's going to start posting that stuff to those people as well. So as you can see here, I haven't followed any of these people, see, because it says follow. So Facebook has presumed I want to see this. Just the same, when you start posting your content, if you're interacting with the right sort of brands and that, all of a sudden Facebook will go, oh, I need to show this content that you've been making to these other people as well. Just like the teacher next door is getting shown to me. So how do we do that? Well, I'm going to ignore all these suggested for yous because they don't mean anything. And what I am actually going to do is come up here to the search feature. And I'm going to type in my demographic. So let's say that as a Russian tutor, I want to teach expats. So I'm actually just going to type in expat and hit enter. Let's hope something comes up. Expat community in Ho Chi Minh City. Excellent. Perfect. That's the sort of thing that we want because we want to start following groups. So to make our interactions more appealing to us, we're going to actually come down here, there it is, and just click on groups. And that's going to come up with expat groups. Now, you might not be in Ho Chi Minh City though. I don't know why it's showing me Ho Chi Minh City, but whatever. You might be in, I don't know, Berlin, let's say. So you can actually come down here to city and type in your city. And now it's going to show you expat results in Berlin. And oh, look at that. It's picked up on Australian, probably from my IP address. Expats Berlin, 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 Berlin. Isn't that nice? We can also select public or private groups, and we can select your own groups if you've got them, which we'll get to later. So now that we've found Australians in Berlin who might be the sort of expats that want to learn Russian, which is our page. So we can just click join. It will append and a questionnaire will come up sometimes, not all the time. You may have to answer these. So where do you come from in Australia? You can look that up, you can answer it. I'm just going to write Melbourne. We have zero tolerance for spam. Yes, 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 yes. Say yes and submit. Boom. Admins have received your answers and you'll be notified if the request is approved. So that means that it's going to be manually approved. It might take a couple of hours. It might take a couple of days. That is not up to Facebook how quickly those people accept you. That is up to how quickly they spend their time accepting people. But what you want to do now is come through and look, you can join this one. It will come up with the same sort of thing. You answer all of that, make sure to follow the rules in it, and so on and so forth. This one only has visit. Now you can visit that, but there's going to be no reminders on your page consistently that that page exists. So you're going to have to come back and manually go through. You're going to have to search for it. You're going to have to re-find it, that sort of thing. Feel free to bookmark it or something like that in your web browser. But other than that, I'd ignore it. Move on to the next one. There's lots of pages. And you can also see here how many people are in these groups as well. So there's 4,500 people. There's 81,000 people in this group. There's 15,000 people. There's 13,000 people. 34 there. Only 14, whatever. So you can kind of pick the ones that are doing particularly big, but you can also pick ones that are particularly small so that you can become like a big fish in that smaller pond. That's not a bad idea. But either way, you join lots of things in Berlin to do with expats, and all of a sudden, Facebook's going to click and go, ah, this page is focused on expats. Gotcha. Now, you're going to get lots of things from expats, even things that you're not following. And when you post things, expats are going to start seeing what you're posting. And that's how you're going to get in front of your audience that you want to. Is it a big thing that we're missing out on these 30,000 members when you've got 81,000 members there? No, not at all. So go through, as you can see, scrolling down, there are heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of groups there. So go down, join them all, get really big in each of those groups. That is how you're going to grow very quickly.